On the 23rd of August 2016, the Parliament of Uganda hosted the first ever Research Week organized by the Department of Research Services, DRS, with the theme, Using Evidence to Strengthen Parliament. The aim of the Research Week was to showcase the research products provided to members of Parliament by DRS and to interact with the partner research organizations and the academia to be able to empower MPs not only to use research evidence from DRS, but also other research organizations in and out of Uganda. The Research Week was a partnership event organized by 3 institutions, namely the Department of Research Services of the Parliament of Uganda, the International Network for Availability of Scientific Publications, INASP, a civil society organization from the United Kingdom, and Uganda National Academy of Sciences, UNAS. There were 3 major activities held, namely the exhibitions and showcasing of research products by DRS and partners, side presentations on 3 topics, and the Symposium on development and use of evidence in strengthening Parliament. Although the key target for the Research Week were the MPs and staff members of Parliament, the event also attracted other visitors that comprised a few students and members of the general public. The week started with a press conference where the Director of the Department of Research Services was joined by the Commissioners of Parliament, Honourable Peter Ogwang, Honourable Cecilia Ogwal, and the President of Uganda National Academy of Sciences, Professor Sewankambo. They all emphasized the need for research and the importance of the Department of Research Services.
The theme of the Research Week is using evidence to strengthen Parliament. We believe in case we provide more evidence to members of Parliament, we shall strengthen Parliament.
I think one of the things that I find very unique in research services in Parliament is that it's multidisciplinary services. If you are an economist and you want to research on matters to do with economics or finance, you will get enough information, and that is very important. If you are in social sector, you get enough information. If you are interested in politics and constitutionalism like me, you will get enough information. So I think in this way, any member of Parliament with any interest or with any query will be able to get an answer through the research services we have in Parliament.
There is nothing you can do in this world which is not research-based. So for any one of you to begin thinking and imputing that research can be taken for granted, then I think you're in the wrong one. What superpowers today, what do they use? It's research.
We at the Uganda National Academy of Sciences are extremely privileged and honored that we have been given the opportunity to work with Parliament in order to support them and see how they can further improve the use of research evidence.
Mr. Paul Wabwire, who represented the clerk to the Parliament, re-emphasized that effective research services were established to provide non-partisan, balanced analysis that is adapted to the needs of the parliamentarians and committees.
Effective Parliament research services are established to provide non-partisan and balanced analysis that is adapted to the needs of parliamentarians and committees. Such a service should support Parliament to hold the executive arm of government accountable for its actions or inactions, nice government policies, plans, programs and activities, evaluate and consider bills, represent the interests of citizens and stakeholders in the governance and development of our country.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament launched the Research Week by the critical need of research services by Parliament.
Everything happens here. Nothing happens in this country unless it has passed here. It is the highest legal forum in the country. It will not become law unless Parliament has approved it. It will not become a policy that is capable of implementation unless Parliament approves it. No one coin will be spent in this country unless Parliament approves that budget. Now imagine a situation where all these actions are being done in the absence of properly researched positions. The biggest mistakes could be made in this country. That there are so many institutions cooperating in research so that proper solutions are found to the problems that are so many in this country and elsewhere. But when we take decisions, our decisions are based on evidence. Not just guesswork, but evidence. Not just instinct, but evidence.
As the host and lead exhibitor, DRS were largely targeting MPs and staff members of the Parliament of Uganda. The exhibition stall for DRS was also planned in such a manner to allow registration of visitors, capture research requests of the MPs and staff members of Parliament. The visitors to the Research Week included the Prime Minister, Dr. Ruhakana. The key highlight for the Pioneer Research Week was the fact that both the new and old legislators had an opportunity to learn about DRS works and the process of requesting for research to be carried out.
Before, personally, I didn't have access to them so much. I knew there was a research desk, but I didn't know who can I access there, who can help me. But at least this is very important because members have just been talking at times from a point of excitement.
You know, without research, then somebody to be a good member of Parliament, you have to get the information. If you act basing on the information, then it can assist you. And even you can easily convince your colleagues that something you are talking about, you are not knowledgeable.
Using that research that has evidence actually to help us improve on the livelihood of the people of Uganda.
In the course of explaining how research requests were made, MPs had an opportunity to make requests during the tour of the DRS stall. It, however, emerged that most MPs, particularly the new ones, were interested in research products related to their constituency profiles and those in their sectors.
Being a first member in Parliament, I don't want to get scared of mentioning something. I want it to be in this kind of document, and I'll be able to give it immediately. You know, I come from Karamoja sub-region, and I'm so much interested to know more on the Karamoja influx children on the streets of Kampala.
All visitors to the DRS stall were provided with a package of research products and other materials including an infographic on the research requisitioning process and the DRS brochure. Exhibitions and showcasing of research products by partner agencies. One international exhibitor, INASP, and 17 local exhibitors participated in the exhibition. Partner agencies were able to showcase various research products, including journals, reports, and policy papers. 3 presentations were made. The topics presented included Biodiversity and Biosafety by Dr. Maxwell Otim.
There was this debate about biotechnology. And the whole issue was how can Uganda benefit from biotechnology while at the same time being cognizant of any unforeseen challenges that might arise. So eventually, our aspirations were enshrined in what we call the biosafety and biotechnology policy.
We're talking about GMOs as another way of promoting agriculture. then having another science site that's saying GMO are also going to kill our indigenous crops.
Evidence in informed policy making, the case of the Parliament of Uganda by Director DRS.
We as researchers, we feel we are now recognized research person in Uganda as a whole, both from Parliament and the executive. We've been recognized, and we feel happy that many institutions are beginning to recognize the importance of research.
And bailouts and government payouts by Mr. Jonathan Enamu.
Where bailouts have occurred, we are giving the scenarios that led to those bailouts in those countries. And we want to compare that with what's happening in our country and the current debate in our country. And of course conclude and see what can members of parliament do if they know basic facts about these bailouts.
These presentations attracted participants that included international visitors from Ghana and Zimbabwe, INASP, and UNAS, the staff, and research officers of DRS, among others. The research ended with a symposium which focused on development and use of evidence in strengthening Parliament.
Quite some time we tend to separate these two. The evidence generators think that their role is to generate evidence, and whatever is done with the evidence is not their business. And so I think sometimes we don't play our role in informing policy and policy formation. So I'm glad that through the support of INASP, we are able to seriously and institutionally address this particular aspect.
The symposium was intended to discuss the topic earlier mentioned, and it was structured to firstly provide the background context to the topic with a presentation from an expert, Dr. Fred Muhumuza. Thereafter, reactions from panelists and questions from the audience followed. The participants largely comprised of government, including DRS, researchers, and representatives from MDAs, MPs, academia, private sector, CSOs, and international participants from INASP, Ghana, and Zimbabwe. At the symposium, 4 main questions were asked. Where does Parliament get its evidence from? What is the quality of that evidence to Parliament? How relevant is it for policy to specific tasks that Parliament is handling? What does Parliament do with that evidence?
Research connected to legislators, it helps us, especially if we go deeper into evidence-based policy and practices. Parliament needs it.
The most important part, which I think Parliament uses, is the contextual evidence.
Evidence, as I've said, is only a guide to maneuver that complex set of realities of life.
The activities of the Research Week produced the following reactions.
The opportunity to join this Research Week is something that I cherish so much because the importance of the Research Week can never be overemphasized, because if you know what evidence can do for policy making and for legislation, and then if you know that most of our research departments and parliaments are not known even to members of parliament, people don't know what services they can provide, then you may understand why the research is important. Because the research week is so important in another respect because it is able to establish the collaboration between researchers within Parliament and those other researchers which are outside Parliament.
I have got a chance to attend this Research Week with the Parliament, and one thing that I have observed is that there is a lot of information here. People have shared a lot of information, and Olga as an association that unites all the local governments and lower local government councils in Uganda, it has been able to share what it does with all the stakeholders and all the people and the institutions that have been able to visit our stall.
After a critical analysis and evaluation of what happened, a way forward has been crystallized by the Director, Research Services.
First of all, I would like to say we are very confident that we've gained a lot in showing members of Parliament that by using evidence, they will gain a lot in making their decisions. And if I was the one to rank how this research week has gone, I would have said it has been a success, but I'm not the one who is supposed to be ranking. So I appeal to members of Parliament to use this opportunity they've had of having many research institutions, of having researchers showing them what they produce and how they can access these services. I'll give special thanks first to the researchers and policy institutions, the exhibitors themselves, for accepting to be associated with Parliament of Uganda. I know most of you, this would have been the first time you would directly had something like this where you are free to tell members what you do and what you don't do and what you want them to do with you. My special thanks also go to the research department, the researchers. They've worked day and night to ensure that the research week happens.
Eloi, Eloi, Ola Masaha Bagatani.